Hello friends, welcome back. It is time, now that we are finally done with our school year, to do a curriculum review video. I always enjoy watching these. I really like watching the curriculum videos that people put out saying what they've chosen for next year, and I do have those on my channel that you can go look at if you want to. Next year it will be 11th grade, 9th grade, and 7th grade. What I'm going to be reviewing for you today is 10th grade, 8th grade, and 6th grade. So we're going to start with the core classes first. We're going to start with language arts. We use The Good and the Beautiful. This is a complete hit with us. We love it. This is my daughter's high school 2 unit. Very thorough in my opinion. The grammar is excellent. My kids know more about grammar than most all other kids, I would imagine. Their writing is very good. They do have to write with, I think that's one of the complaints about The Good and the Beautiful Language Arts, is that there's not like a lot of like writing of research papers and stuff like that. But they do have to write quite a bit because I have to grade them, so I look at what they're writing. I do feel like it teaches them how to write very nicely and in the proper way. So that's a complete hit. That's high school, as well as, I didn't bring up everything because it's like a ton of books, you know. My daughter just completed level 7. Even though she's in the 8th grade, we followed the suggestions of the language arts levels are like a year behind what what their grade level is, because there is no level 8 language arts. They're like book studies, and I didn't really want to have to do just a year of book studies and or try to find something different. And so when we took the placement tests, it did have all my kids start like a level below their grade. That makes sense. So anyway, she has now completed this. There's art in here, there's geography, there's language arts, there's probably something else that I'm actually missing. But again, a hit all the way around the board. My 6th grader completed level 5, lots of books to read with it, so that was a hit for us. And then history, we did actually do, which I already actually threw it away because we've been done for quite a while with history. We did year 2 of The Good and Beautiful, and I actually purchased year 3 before it was discontinued, and so that will have gotten us through all 4 years of the cycle of history, which I'm happy. Like, are you a completion person? I'm a completion person. I like the circle to be closed. So anyway, really like the history. I'm excited for what my daughter Journey, who will be a junior in high school, what she is going to do for history. We chose not grass, but the history, I like how it starts from the very beginning of time and goes through current world events every single year, and you just hit on different topics. So that's why I felt it was important to complete all 4 years of that, to give all the kids like a comprehensive historical education. That's a complete hit. We love that. Then for science, for my younger 2, we did The Good and the Beautiful as well. We did multiple science units. We're still actually working on this health and physical body one because we included my sophomore daughter in this one, so we've kind of had to do it when she's here. So we're planning on getting this one finished up in June. And then the one that I just completed with my younger 2 is Wonders of Energy. I really like the new format. I like the teacher guide that it comes with, and then I really like the student journals. That is like a really nice addition to not have to print them off stuff and get it all set up myself and everything. I really like those. So those are a hit. Now for my sophomore daughter, She does not love science at all, and it was time for biology. And I absolutely knew that we did not want to do like apologia or any sort of like high level biology course because it's just not, she just doesn't like it. She's not interested in it. She doesn't like it. So I found something called Fascinating Science, and I will show you. This kind of starts halfway in the year because we got rid of all the other ones, but it's an online science course, and I ended up printing out all of the scripts for her so that she could follow along with the online lessons, so she could highlight stuff and that sort of thing. There's questions to answer. Like, I loved the format of it. That part was a hit, but honestly this one was a bit of a miss for us. It was totally fine until we got into the, what would we call it? We'll just call it dinosaurs, shall we call it that? Origins of life, millions of years ago. I did not actually realize that this was a very, I didn't know if I didn't think it was Christian, but I didn't think that it was so heavy into the millions of years ago and all that stuff. Up until that, I would say all of the biological information was fine, but just some of those things, yeah, like, I'm okay. How do I explain this? I am okay with my kids learning the alternative theories and such if they're taught as theories. I don't like it when they're taught as fact. And towards the end here, it started teaching that stuff as fact. And so I took real issue with it. We did complete it. We did talk about it. And actually this has been taken down, because they're redoing it. So I don't even think that you could use this for next year if you wanted to, but it's called Fascinating Education. I liked the format, but again, the information towards the end was a miss for us. Okay, then I don't have anything physically to show you because it is CTC Math. Overall, I would say this is a hit for us. We liked it. I think with any online math course, there's just some learning gaps when you switch curriculums, in my opinion. There just always is, because there's not a complete standardized like timeline of when you learn things. You know what I mean? Roughly the grades are the same, but even state to state that completely varies. So we just decided we're sticking with CTC Math because I don't want there to be any more gaps. We had switched from teaching textbooks to CTC Math, and so we're just gonna stick it out the rest of the way through. It is not fancy. The guy is Australian, and so sometimes the way he explains things, the kids are like, what is that word? I don't even know what that word means. And so, but overall, it's a good curriculum. We like it. The few things we don't like, I feel like, are very minor. I like the parent portal portion of it. I can go log in and I can look at the lesson, like the questions that they're on, and most of them will give me a detailed breakdown of how to work out the problem, which for someone who does not like math as well, that is very helpful to be able to help them when they have the breakdown of where they're getting the problem wrong. So overall, really, really enjoyed that. So now some of the, we'll call them electives, just some of the extra things here. The younger two did Wordly Wise, and these are just okay. They're, I would do them again probably. I don't need to do them for the next years because they will be taking more electives at the public school. But I have not investigated past book 8, but I have heard that there's kind of a lot of like questionable articles and stuff in the older ones. So just watch that, but all of the younger ones have been perfectly fine. So if I had younger kids, I would do these again as a supplement. It's just like a vocabulary program. My 8th grader Jalea is doing logic, and we did not get through, I would say we got through about half of it. This is very intense, for sure. But it's worth taking your time and going through, and so we plan on finishing the second half of this for her freshman year. And so I did this with her for the most part. We read the chapter together, and then there's questions to answer, and boy, when I say this like stretches you, I had to like read things multiple times and be like, I've never heard that word before. I don't know what that means. So this is really good. I would save this for high school though, I would think, or take it very, very slow like we have done over multiple years. For Jericho, we did the thinking toolbox. We had done the fallacy detectives the year prior, and he actually likes that one better than he likes this one. This one's a bit of a miss for him, and I don't even know why. I don't know if he could explain why. I think it's fine. I do think it's a little, the exercises and the questions are a little redundant, I think. And I think there could be less questions and more of a lesson, if that makes sense. But overall, I would use it again. But for Jericho, it's a bit of a miss. The last thing that I decided to do with, Jalea did a couple of these with us, but I believe these are from, is this Waldock Way? I think these are from the Waldock Way. I will try to link it if I can remember. I'm pretty sure that's who this is though. But these are some, we'll call them maybe like a unit study or something on the Who Was books. And so we did Henry Ford, we did J.R.R. Tolkien, we did Martin Luther King Jr., we did the Avengers guy, what was his name? Stan Lee. And so these are a great little unit study. So I just read the book out loud to him. I mean, he's way beyond those books, but sometimes simple is completely fine. And he would fill out this stuff. There's like a word search, and he would fill out this stuff as we went along in the book. And so it was a great little like filler item, and it was a great way to just learn about some more like historical figures in a fun way. So I will try to link that if I can, but that was a total hit for us. So as you can see, not a lot of misses. I really liked what we picked out this year. The kids seemed to really like it. And so overall, we had a great homeschooling year, and I was very pleased with everything that we used, and I wouldn't do a whole lot different. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, we will see you in the next one, and I will try to link anything down below that I can. See you next time. Okay, that ending just felt way too weird. That's not how I end my videos. So, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!